We've got a load of content that's going to be coming out quite soon, but we're holding off until the Chateau DIY episodes come out. So whilst we've done quite a few projects inside the chateau, we can't reveal a lot of those just yet. And so you'll just have to wait until around February, March time. We might be able to drop 1 or 2 small videos around little projects that we've done inside, but mainly we're waiting until we've had the Chateau DIY episodes air in the UK, and then we can release all of our videos around those projects. So we've done some really fun ones. We've created an amazing secret room, which is going to be brilliant for children. We've also done a toile room, so we've used this beautiful toile wallpaper, which just looks stunning. And both of those projects we did with Chateau DIY, and the last one we did, which was also really, really amazing, is we finally replaced the rug or the stair runner on the grand staircase. And it was one where we were a little bit apprehensive because we liked the one that was there before. It was just falling to pieces, but it was really, really nice. So we've got some fun projects coming up very, very soon. In the interim, we've still got quite a few natural pool videos to get through to get us back up to speed. But in the next few episodes, we really make loads and loads of progress, and you start to get from a situation where the pool looks basically like a giant hole in the ground into something that feels much more like an actual natural pool. Now, people have been asking, what is a natural pool? I think they're puzzled, they don't understand what makes this concrete monstrosity anything natural about it at all. Essentially, it is a pool that doesn't use any chlorine, any salt, and it just uses organic plants and a sort of a ecosystem that we've created within the pool to clean and purify the water. Now, just to try and explain and illustrate it a little bit better, if I sort of hop to my right a little bit, I can pop up on the screen the diagrams that we first created when we were trying to design this pool and when we were trying to explain to the mayor's office what we were trying to do. It's a little bit complicated in France because they don't really have a classification for natural pools. It's either a swimming pool or it's a pond. But we essentially have got a design where you've got a central pool in the middle, which is where you can swim. But then around 2 sides, you've got the regeneration area, which is basically a sloped bank where there'll be lots of gravel. Underneath, there's these big yellow pipes, which we installed in the last episode. And then eventually we'll be putting plants in there as well, and they'll be underwater, but the plants will do lots of the work cleaning the water. So the other side, we've got like a little area which is going to be for kind of relaxing on a sort of a nice tiled bit where you'll be able to lounge in shallower water. And then to the side of the pool, we're going to have a really beautiful terraced area, which we're going to be working on in the next couple of episodes. Now, the sort of the pool itself, people have asked, how does it work? Well, essentially, you've got those big plastic yellow pipes that Chris put in last time. They're perforated with little holes, and they're linked up to a sort of a tube system with air bubbles or air bricks in them. And essentially what we're trying to do is when all of the gravel's over the top, you'll create a current or a flow of water where the bubbles going up will draw the water up with it and basically suck the water through the pipes past this stuff called biofilm, which is basically natural bacteria that forms on sort of surfaces, on rocks and things like that. And this biofilm essentially cleans the water. It draws out all of the nutrients and also any impurities as well. And in the process, it turns the water into something that's incredibly clean and even sort of better than natural spring water or something you'll get from the tap. That's the plan. But also you've got plants that also develop biofilm around their root systems, but themselves, because they're sat in gravel, they don't have nutrients to draw from any soil. And so again, they'll also try and absorb any nutrients into their roots from the water itself. But it's just really important to create this flow and circulation of water moving through the beds and into the sort of swimming bit in the centre. So that's the plan, but we've got all sorts of lovely ideas of how we can make it look really beautiful. Chris is going to get some gorgeous planters on the side, and yeah, it's going to have this gorgeous natural travertine stone which will just make it really blend in and look like it was always meant to be there. And so yeah, in this episode we will start to get from that kind of the chaos and the pit of despair that it has been for so long to something a bit more beautiful, which is a long time coming. So thank you so much for your patience. I know it's been a long hog and some people have got a little bit bored of this project, but it'll get a lot more interesting in the next couple of episodes because it'll start to look like our initial dreams when we first came up with this crazy idea. So thanks a lot, and if you haven't already, click like down below or subscribe, and then you'll get notifications when our next videos drop. And if you don't quite understand still or have any other questions, pop them in the chat down below and I'll endeavour to answer those questions in the comment section. So but yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. We had fun with this one. It was exhausting, but it was also quite good fun because we could really see the steps forwards. Anyway, see you soon. See you on the other end. It's another morning and we're just making more progress on the pool today, but quite excited now because it's really flying up and I feel as though the next stages shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, just a couple more levels and we are there, really.
And the weather's going to be nice today as well, so
Let's do it.
This is a very special moment. I'm about to put in the very, very last block of the whole project. There she goes. Beautiful. Finished.
So we're going to be putting a concrete pad here. First off, I've got to get off all of the grass because basically what we want to do is get down to some really solid compacted clay, and that then makes a really good base to put the to pour the concrete on, so it won't hopefully move and crack in the future. I've learnt this lesson many times the hard way of digging too deep. It looks like it's going to be more work, but actually it makes less work because it's easier to level it off and then have a nice compacted base underneath than it is digging down, trying to get below all of the grass and then finding you've got a huge hole that you then need to fill with concrete, and it just uses a lot of aggregate, cement and back-breaking work. And we kind of did that with a couple of other places, like I think with the steps as well, where we ended up going much deeper than we needed to because I just dug too deep. So I've learned that lesson now. And yeah, so we deliberately piled it a bit high, and now I'm just taking the top off and trying to get back down to what's now very compacted earth, and a good basis for putting the concrete pad on. Even now, it's very, very tempting to dig down because it's much easier digging down than it is digging across, where you've got to go through all the roots and you can't put your foot under it. But no, not going to make that mistake again.
So I've just laid out 336 tiles across the lawn, ready for, basically they're going to be stuck to that horrible concrete wall over there. So they're going to look beautiful, but it's a lot of work. And now I need to seal them with this stuff because they're very porous, and apparently travertine you're supposed to seal kind of for weather, mould and blah blah blah. So now that's my next job. Cue time lapse. So it's taken me about an hour, but I have finished and almost finished that bottle. That's so expensive, it was €99 from 185. And so I feel we need to buy some more because I've probably got another 300 tiles to do another day. But now it's pizza time.
Right, morning. We are just about to start work. It's going to be a really hot day today. I think 25 degrees.
That's nice outdoor weather.
Yeah.
Working, I think.
Bright and early. And today we're going to start putting on the, they're called paramonts in French. I don't actually know what the English word for them is.
Brick slips. I don't know why slips, but...
Yeah, but they're this beautiful travertine from this company down in the south of France called La Carothèque. And they've very kindly given us a sort of a bit of a discount on these beautiful tiles, and yeah, we're really looking forward to using them. They look stunning, all laid out on the floor. And so we're going to put one layer along the bottom, just to sort of try and hide the edge between where the mortar is and the bricks and the liner. And then once that's dried, then we'll do the rest of them. But we've got plenty of other stuff to be getting on with, haven't we?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those days where we start one job, flip to another job while it's drying. Flip, 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 flip.
Yeah. Well, we'll certainly make a lot of progress, I think. So if we crack on, because we're dawdling, aren't we? Procrastinating.
Let's go, go. Last block. Yay, we did it! I have nothing to say, I'm tired, hot, exhausted and dirty. But we did it. Need to tidy it up a bit. So we finally finished the wall behind us.
I know, it looks incredible. I'm so chuffed with how it looks.
It looks better than I imagined, and normally it's the other way around, but like very, very happy with it. It looks stunning.
I'd spent quite a long time looking for the perfect tiles, and I really wanted natural stone, so real travertine stone. Eventually we found like the perfect solution from a place called La Carotec down in the south of France. I think it's Fréjus or somewhere like that. And yeah, they just look even better than I thought, really. Yeah, it's incredible.
It was worth the, because the delivery was like all the way from the south of France. It was way, like we were so excited when they turned up. And then we've had to kind of leave them for almost a year because we haven't had the time to do them.
We, as is always the case with this project, we thought in a few weeks we'd be ready to lay the tiles, and 6 months, 12 months later, here we are. But no, it's looking really, really good. And
so good. So that was yesterday, that was done. What are we doing today?
So today we've got down here below us, we've got the liner installed now, but we just need to put a concrete pad on top so that we can tile on top of that. So somehow we've got to try and make this formwork hold the concrete pad back, which is going to be tricky because we can't sort of drill it anywhere because that would punch the liner. Then we pour the concrete, and then we've got to create a nice rounded edge so that there's not a sharp edge for any swimmers. And then once that's sorted, we're going to pour another concrete pad here, which is going to be for the sun, sort of all the sun loungers and things like that. And you need to have that kind of concrete bed to put all of the again the travertine tiles that we've got on top.
Well, I read, yeah, you don't have to have concrete bed. Fun fact for you, you can just have like hardcore, which is like crushed something or other. Crushed stone, is it?
Yeah.
But it's really hard to find around here, so we thought, well, we've got all of the concrete stuff, may as well make it super strong, sturdy.
As ever, we could have got it delivered, but we've got the same old problem we've had throughout this whole project, which is deliveries can't get through the gate, and so we would have had to have it all dumped on the front gate, and then we would have had to wheelbarrow it over, which would have not been fun.
No.
So, yeah.
While I think of it.
Where are you going? Oh, the tiles.
This is the reason we're laying the concrete bed.
Yeah, so that's the one in the actual swimming pool, so that's the swimming pool tiles. I haven't got one of the travertine tiles, but I've got one of the ones that goes over the steps and the edges.
Okay, yeah, let's do a little show and
Might as well. Oh, God, they're heavy. So apparently travertine comes from like natural springs, but yeah, it's beautiful stone. I don't know if you can see, but there's incredible kind of loads of texture and little natural holes, and it's a bit like marble really,
yeah.
But it grows. It forms around natural springs, and that's what gives it its unique characteristics. So it's very, very beautiful.
And just to pivot back to these, the reason we're tiling a natural pool, which is very unusual, I don't think I've seen many natural pools with tiles in, have you?
No, I thought you saw some in Bali, didn't you?
They were just normal swimming pools,
right.
But they kind of had these types of tiles, so that was my influence for these tiles. But we just thought it'd be really nice for that one area just to have kind of a real sense of kind of almost luxury amongst the naturalness of it all.
Yeah,
and
so
also
like,
it'd be good for kids as well.
Yeah, so like one end of the pool is a bit less natural and the other end is like more natural. But we really wanted the travertine stone because that's a very natural looking stone, so it should
all blend in perfect harmony, a bit of yin, a bit of yang.
Yeah, again, we wanted a tile that wasn't going to be too much like a swimming pool tile, so these have got very nice sort of
yeah, they're not super glossy.
aquamarine, I don't know what you would call it. I think it's aquamarine colour, which I think will look almost quite natural. Yeah, so very excited about today and the progress we can make.
Yeah, it'll be a long slog. You have probably tons and tons worth of cement to move, but we've done it before and we'll do it again. Right, so here we are. That's you.
So
what is this monstrosity you are forcing me to carry on to here?
So the idea with this is we lay it on the wall, sort of near the edge, and then that creates a sort of a flat wall which we can then use to hold the concrete back. So we'll pop a cage in and then start pouring concrete. And then once that's sort of dried enough, we will take it off, rough up the edges a little bit, and then move it out right to the edge and put mortar in so we can, and then round that off with a trowel, which will give a really nice finish. So it'll have a sort of a smooth edge, but also the mortar bit will come a little bit higher so that it meets where the tiles will be.
Okay.
You're very sceptical of my... Right, so we've got to pop this right up.
Ideally, are you able to pull some up from below?
Maybe we can feed that around the back. There we go. I'll go and get a clamp. There you go.
And where's that for?
So it just clamps the piece of wood.
What, the liner?
Yeah.
Okay, so cage next.
I think it's a two-man job. You're going to go straight in?
Yeah. And this just makes it extra strong, right? Someone didn't measure it.
I think we had that further out than I thought.
Thrice I asked about measuring and thrice you told me it was fine.
Yeah, but then we moved this further out.
Okay. Nice, stupid
Yeah, just move that out a tiny bit.
It's going to be a nightmare to lay. I'll have to walk on it.
Right, I think we're good to go.
Let's go for lunch then.
Yeah. So have you on
Do
mic?
the hardcore stuff after lunch.
I think that was the hardcore stuff.
So this afternoon's rather boring job is to fill this little area here with concrete. Okay. And that just raises it up a bit, but also means we can put some tiles on it. So that'll be fun.
End of another long day.
Oh, I'm so tired. It's only 6 o'clock, but it feels like 9 o'clock.
Can we have a quiet evening and not do loads more?
Got painting to do.
Yeah,
But lots of
always
stuff to
something to
do.
do. But we've made loads of progress today. Oh, not quite as much as we were hoping, but we managed to get one of the concrete pads sorted. And it was
Yeah.
probably like the hardest one, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
We spent like ages trying to sort out the liner, so we had to kind of make sure it sat on the liner sort of neatly and snugly, so that's all good. And we had to get all of that formwork in. Formwork in, a bit like homework.
Yeah, no, I guess in that sense it was. And now we can just let it dry, cure for a few days, and then we'll be able to lay the pool tiles on top of it, which is very exciting.
Yeah, and it was still probably like close to 2 tons of concrete we made today, maybe more.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I do wonder if we're going to run out of aggregate. Our pile is much diminished.
Yeah, very likely.
Hey ho, so we're going to get dinner now, or clean up?
Dog walk, clean up.
And then a bit of household DIY.
Yeah.
Right, see you later. You coming in, Bo? You staying there? She quite likes sitting there, it's like her favourite place.
Been outside all day, she's had a lovely time.